What's up, everyone? You asked for it, here it is. Do all my little walkthrough video on the RV. Just a quick cell phone video because maybe I can edit it when I'm laying in bed or something simple on my phone. But it's a 2000 Winnebago Adventurer. We bought it. So we got to fix it and get it. It has a salvage title currently. We had to fix it and get it so we can get it inspected and get it retitled. But it only has 70,000 miles on it. It had a small fire inside, so it really didn't do. There's no structural damage. Everything's really kind of in pretty decent shape. Otherwise, there's some paneling and stuff that needs replaced inside. You can see on the slide out here where the smoke was coming out. There's a window that's got to be replaced. But other than that, it's really in pretty good condition. All 6 tires are brand new. I mean, it seems like they took good care of it, whoever had it before. Just, I don't know what the backstory is, but unfortunately there was a fire in it, and they had to, and the insurance company totaled it out. So it's 37 foot with a Triton V10 in it. Just, kind of a dog, but from what I understand, there's some performance stuff we can do to get this thing be a little more peppy and shift the transmission shift better and get better fuel economy and stuff. So it's just going to be a matter of saving up some money. And from everything I've read and the people I've talked to, seems like banks is the best way to go. They have some sort of chip upgrader, and then they got some sort of interface for the transmission to make it shift better. So that way it gets you use those two things and get better fuel economy, more horsepower, better shifting, and that'll all equal well, obviously better fuel economy is cheaper. The whole idea on all of this is to be cheaper, not spend as much money at hotels, and hopefully we can have this roadworthy, etc. Which, I mean, like I said, it is. The damage is just cosmetic on the interior. It seems like it shouldn't be too horrible to clean up, but hopefully, you know, we can save up and get the stuff for the banks. That'll help with fuel economy, and then obviously having a mobile home helps with hotel bills while I'm out racing next year. Feel like royalty every time that thing swings. So we've started to clean up a little bit. On the slide out here, you can see lighting's not the greatest right now. But as you can see in this area right here, seems like that lamp, which is known, is a known issue. People put the wrong bulbs in RVs, wrong light bulbs. So let this be a warning to you RV owners that don't know this. I didn't know it before this. If you put the wrong bulbs in, this can happen. So fire was contained, the actual fire is contained right here in the slide out area. And you can see the roof got a little hot there. It melted off the headliner, but the wood's all still pretty solid. There's one section we're gonna have to replace. Right there, that panel's gonna have to be replaced, but the rest of it's solid. Thankfully, they use dry chemical extinguishers instead of water, so it doesn't stink like smoke in here real bad. But really, it's not as bad as it looks. You know, these cabinets just have smoke damage on them, really. We're gonna tear down and salvage what we can. Just sand them down and paint them. You know, all of these cabinets really are totally usable and fine. Just barely. Really, the main thing is the varnish. Just as a really good example of, you know, the lacquer blistered and or discolored. You know, some of these got this rubber strip in the middle. That's probably gonna be a little bit of a pain in the ass to take off and replace, but whatever. Let me get some. There's some better lighting. So we got nice cabinets all the way around up here. Curtains are going to need replaced. I mean, this area is fine. A little bit of stuff melted on here. I think we can get that off the front seats. Hardwood floors are all fine. You know, everything really just mostly just needs cleaned up. So hopefully we can get the smoke damage cleaned up really good. And you know, we got a real tight budget on this, so it's just gonna require a lot of elbow grease on our end. We can't afford to just rip cabinets out and replace them. Rip, you know, some of the stuff we have to, but rip appliances out. The sink and the sink and the countertop and these cabinets are all fine. Seems like the stove's fine, well, and the oven, although we haven't tried to use it. You know, same thing, we'll just have to sand these down and paint them. Obviously the microwave's seen better days. We'll have to replace that. And the refrigerator, which is a huge cost. We'll probably be living honestly, we'll probably be living out of coolers for a while. That refrigerator is about $1,000 to replace. It's got a cool little spice rack deal here. So not really much damage there. Again, just some smoke. Inside of it really looks fine. So just, I mean, all the wood really just needs, you know, this stuff all rips off, and we'll take some DA sanders and get rid of that burnt lacquer on there and fix all that stuff, and we'll just paint her right on up. I've got some, you know, this got a little too hot, so we'll be replacing this whole panel, but it's just the whole thing's just a sheet of 1/8 inch. Not that big a deal. You know, you can buy these pieces and replace them. All these cabinets are fine. You know, same thing, just sanding them all down. Up here is just simple 1/8 inch. Cut that out and replace it. Just clean up. Good thing is where I work at, this is what we do at my day job. Not fix stuff like this, but they do. We do custom interiors and buses and sprinters and whatnot. So some things like so we have like defective wood that's not good enough to go into a customer's vehicle, that we can't use in the customer's vehicle, but by God, I'll use it. So wood that we don't use, that they just give to the employees, typically just to get rid of it. I've been able to scavenge some of that wood, and then some of the stuff that we don't use, stuff that's like a takeout or something that they're going to throw away. I've been able to scavenge a couple parts that was destined for the dumpster, or stuff that we have that's old stock or whatever I can buy for a super low price. So that'll be helpful, but that's just going to get a small bit of this, done. Thankfully, hardwood floors are in here mostly, not carpet, so they seem to be pretty well intact. Mirror, seen better days, but I don't need a mirror there anyway, so don't care about that. Moving into the bathroom area. Still it's all superficial stuff. Sand it down and paint it. Looks a lot worse than it is. Headliner's going to be a little bit of a pain, but we can spray some glue and put some material up there. Got a nice big shower. Even my big ass fits in there somehow. That I don't get, but I do. I do fit in there just fine, actually. Cabinets, they made it through alright. Hopefully this countertop and sink will clean up well. One of the mirrors melted off the mirror's fine, but came off the adhesive or whatever, let it loose off there, but it works fine. But I don't think we're going to replace it. I think we might replace that vanity with something else, but if not, I guess that's mostly dependent on if we can clean that mirror up or not. Seems like from that little wipe I just did, it'll probably clean up, so we'll probably just keep it and paint it. But it's got the nice big bedroom, well, for an RV anyways. This has got a nice queen size bed. Has some drawers over there and there, and a nice sized closet, some overhead storage, and TV and dressers. So hopefully we can clean all this smoke off this wallpaper instead of having to redo everything, because that'll be very labor, time, and money intensive, and we don't have much of any of those three. Typically it's just the two of us doing this kind of stuff. So so we gotta be smart, but not a lot needed here. Just clean up mostly. Clean up, paint the wood, and buy a new mattress. Who knows? I don't know. Need a new mattress. There's a nice little another little closet. Store stuff, supplies, whatever. And then we got the presidential suite here. And this is where I'll probably be sometimes for a half hour or an hour looking at memes till my butt goes numb, right? I'm not the only one that does that stuff, right? But actually, man, this is a pretty decent size bathroom. I'm really impressed with how well thought out this unit is and how well they've you know, they used the space that they had available. So it looks horrible. I know that because in pictures I thought, man, it's not even worth going and looking at. So as I look at it in the video, as I'm recording now, I'm like, man, it looks horrible. But I promise you, in person, it's not nearly as bad as it looks. Well, it is going to be quite a bit of work and a few dollars. We're up to the challenge, you know. It'll be a huge help for racing and traveling next year. This couch, got to find a replacement for. It does a, cause you know it folds out into a bed. I don't know if we're going to try and replace that recliner or not, or just get rid of it. Once it's all finished, it probably is going to be like a hodgepodge of match shit, whatever we could get cheapest, do the cheapest, you know. But whatever, the main thing is we'll be able to travel, not have to pay for a hotel, and this area right here is what I need the most when I'm on the road and I'm gone for a couple days and I need to upload videos and pictures and all that stuff efficiently and well. I need a workspace, so that's what this will be. You know, we're not going to change anything. It'll still be two love seats facing each other and a table, but that's something I need desperately for when I'm on the road. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. What did we get ourselves into? I mean, the price was right. It was affordable for us. This thing book values for 5 or 6 times what we paid for it at this point. And I think even once we renovate it and do everything, we can probably, you know, by searching for good deals, repurposing stuff, being cheap as possible, I still think we can come in at like 20 or 25% of the cost of one that doesn't need this kind of work, you know. And that's fine. I mean, with 70,000 miles, we take care of it. It'll take good care of us. There's a lot of we don't know the maintenance of it. Seems like it was taken good care of, but we're just going to strip everything out per se and start from scratch. So like our oil and transmission fluid and all that stuff. I've already reached out to Kyle at Hot Shot Secrets, and we've got a strategy to flush the system basically and start over from scratch with all Hot Shots products. So thanks Kyle for taking the time and educating me on their products and the best strategy we can use, so we can make sure we have the right additives and everything to keep everything nice and clean and lubricated properly. That's a you know, preventative maintenance and taking care of this thing is where the real value is going to come in for us after we get it done, because we need it to last us, need it to stick around for a couple years. Need to get a couple 100,000 miles on this thing before she goes on to the RV graveyard in the sky or whatever, you know. So I don't know. Again, tell me what you guys think. Definitely a lot of work. Not afraid of that. And we're going to get in here and bust our asses and get her done, and we'll be out in the old RV 2022. gonna shut her down and get back inside on one of the rare occasions that I've been able to just take some time and relax. Just taking it easy this evening. So I'm gonna go in and edit this video and post her up, and I'll probably be watching a horror movie while I edit this. So, alright, thanks for watching.